Okay, Sean, with me. Ole,
Oh,
ole,
Canada.
ole,
Ole,
ole.
ole. Sorry, just coming from you naturally, I thought,
What were you going with that?
I went, oh, Canada. My
Okay.
apologies.
Well, I mean, it kind of works.
I mean, y'all have a team.
Yeah, they're playing today as this episode comes out.
There we go.
Right on Wiki starts now.
Hit therapy.
What's going on, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Josh here, joined with me, Sean Salvino. What's going on, buddy?
Hello, hello. Happy to be here. Go Canada.
I unfortunately don't think we will win, but I'm still rooting.
I'm not going to lie. I don't even know who's in our heat. Is that what it is? Group?
There you go.
Group. Okay, yeah.
Heat is funny. That's.
I don't know where I got heat at all.
I also don't know.
Is that swimming? Fuck.
Yeah, races like running and stuff like that. Yeah.
I imagine we are not good because we still call it soccer, and everybody else. I think if you call it football, you just have a natural edge. Unfortunately,
I think America is just good at most sports because they have the numbers and the money to put behind a team.
True.
Many other countries do not, unfortunately. So, yeah, you guys will probably make it out of your bracket. Also, unfortunately, but but anyway, Sean, how's it going, buddy?
Pretty good. Glad to see Wemby fail twice. Love that. You should have came to Houston.
Unfortunately, not the same on the other side, my friend.
What do you mean?
The Canes are down 1 as we're recording this.
So, one game or
1 game? Yeah, it's 2-1 right now as we're recording.
Okay.
So,
hey,
not the end of the world.
Not terrible. It could be worse. Ask Wemby.
Well, Mitch Marner set a record hat trick the other night, so it kind of hurt me to my core. But
what's crazy is you could put on the hat. Are you putting it on while the games are happening?
You want me to put it on?
We got to keep going, I think.
Okay. I got the other one here today. So hopefully double the jinx. It's the champion hat.
It is the champion hat. We got to jinx it. Here we go. And then we got to send the screenshot to all your friends.
I'll be like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is going on over there?
I'm going to get kicked out of Canada. All right, Sean. Well, it is an Am I the Asshole Friday, so let's hop into some Am I the Asshole stories. This one here is posted by Tunia HN, and the title is, Am I the Asshole for refusing to appear in an apology video?
Ooh, when I was looking up her stories, I saw this one. I said, ooh, I hope he picks it. No, I can't think of one apology video that people were like, yeah. They're up now.
They've done it. They've won me over.
You know what? They're forgiven.
Who was the one that did the ukulele? Was that Colleen Ballinger or Colleen something?
I forget what she did. She groomed her people? I forget.
She did groom people in her Discord, I believe. It was crazy.
And then she chose to do a ukulele apology video.
Yeah.
Wild.
Didn't go over well.
I can't imagine. Kind of making light of the situation, no?
I think she's back to making content, so what the fuck do I know? Cancel culture doesn't do anything.
I mean, Cody Ko, I think, is still a successful DJ, unfortunately. So
he is. I think he's still making vlogs with his wife. So yeah.
Crazy the wife stuck. But I mean, maybe she knew prior. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, let's hop into this one and see if this apology video warrants a cancellation. A week ago, a neighbor, 16, unintentionally scratched my car with her bike. She immediately stopped, started crying, and called her mother for assistance. The scratch, however, appeared worse than it actually was, and in the store, it was simply polished away for a small amount. Since it was an accident and a very minor one, I didn't charge the girl or her mom. When she apologized, I told her it was all right and advised her to be extra cautious next time, especially around cars. A few days later, her mother wrote that her daughter still felt bad and wishes to offer a more sincere apology. I followed up and said everything is good and I don't have any problems with them. She said they would only deliver a cake as a small act of peace. I agreed and thought that would be sweet. Gotta say, trade off for a cake, pretty good. I'd take a cake.
I mean, I do think them trying to go this hard, I would be suspicious, but maybe that's because I know that this is a Reddit story.
Right.
You know?
In
Maybe
real life,
in real life, I'd be like, wow, a cake, sweet. That's
cake sounds
nice.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So when they arrived, the girl was holding a cake box in her hands, and her mother had a phone in her hand. The girl began muttering about taking responsibility and putting things right, but it appeared as though she wanted the earth to engulf her. Then her mom quietly said, "Now give him the cake and ask if he accepts your apology." I look at her again and asked if this is being filmed. Her mother said that she wanted to make a video as it serves as an excellent illustration of how young people can take responsibility for their actions.
What the fuck is going on, dude?
She said she could hide my face, but she needed the video of me accepting an apology from her daughter. I took the cake and told the girl that everything was okay between us and that I'd already accepted her apology that day. Then I turned to her mom and said I didn't want to be part of the video. She then started arguing with me, said that I could have just let her finish properly, but in the end, I just went home. The girl's mom is upset with me now and doesn't even say hello when she sees me. Seems like that kind of solves the problem.
Wait, where did they? I thought they were doing this at the house. Where they?
Yeah, well, maybe they were like at the garage, like driveway or something like that. Who
maybe
knows?
they like are like the same apartment complex or something.
Could be even that, yeah.
Or condo or whatever.
For the sake of good neighbor relations, perhaps I could have waited 30 seconds, but I don't like how a simple apology was transformed into a scene. The girl seemed really uncomfortable. I was filmed without my permission, and after it was published, I might have looked like someone who demands apologies from kids. So am I the asshole?
No, I think this is strange behavior. And then, I mean, like what you said, kind of problem solved. They're not really talking to you anymore, which is
oh, thanks for
ideal.
not talking to me.
Yeah, but yeah, it's strange to one. It seems like the kid doesn't really want to be part of the content either,
No.
which is always a whole nother issue that I always feel kind of yucky for,
Yeah, whenever I see
the family content creators, I'm
yeah.
like, are you okay?
or when like a state or something will pass a law protecting kids from like that kind of content, and then that family just gets up and moves for no
another
reason.
place. No, that doesn't fix the problem. You're the problem. Yeah, it's just like that Ryan kid. I feel for that kid. The toy kid, like I'm sure he's rich
might be an
beyond his
adult now.
means. Yeah. But like I'll see like random videos of him and he's an adult. He's still reviewing toys. I can't imagine he's happy.
Oh.
I don't know.
No, he's only 14. My bad.
Oh, okay. Well,
still
I mean,
very much a child.
yeah. So I don't know. I just it just feels what is it? Hollywood parent? I don't know what the word.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like using your child for clout. And I mean, there are maybe healthy ways to do that, but it's again, your child can't consent to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure this kid's 16, they're old enough to understand maybe, but still, they're a child. It's like you're putting your child on display for the world to point and make fun at. Not great. You know what I mean?
And then they should have just been upfront from the get-go, be like, hey, like, we want to give you a cake. And then as soon as OP was like, yeah, sure, that's really nice. That's probably the opening. By the way, I am going to film it. Not
But then it would be authentic, Sean.
And if that feels weird to you, because it is, then we just won't do that.
Then that's the issue. Yeah, really look inward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say the last line OP put was like, after it's published, it could look like I'm the bad guy demanding an apology from a child. It's like, you have no idea how the internet's going to perceive things.
You have no idea how this person's going to edit the video to make it look.
100%. You know, like, I mean, we put out content for a living. There's tons of times where it feels like my words get misconstrued. And it's like, well, that's not at all what I meant. You know what I mean? And it's like, this is us controlling our own content. It's like, I couldn't imagine someone else putting out content of me.
It's like reality TV and all the tricks they use. Like,
you
don't know unless it's a one take, that things are said in chronological order, that people are looking at whatever they're looking at whenever the thing is being said. It's all editing magic. And especially when it's like you're, at least those guys are getting paid. You're just getting a cake. And then you have no idea what they're going to do with the footage.
You actually paid for your car to get repaired. So
yeah, exactly right.
Reddit deemed not the asshole. Or Gayer said, "Not the asshole. That mom made it weird.
Yes.
A cake and apology would be sweet, but filming it with scripts for likes ain't it. You did the right thing." And then Thick Rich said, "Not the asshole. This has absolutely nothing to do with the girl and her apology. The neighbor wants to do some performative parenting for social media." Just what it feels like. It's like, okay, you're doing some weird shit for TikTok or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. Don't love it.
Speaking of cake, is the dot cake on your algorithm at all?
Oh, is that the one where they
It's
cut?
just sprinkles, I think.
Yeah, it is. That's all it is.
I haven't seen the actual original thing. I've just seen other people making it, or like dot cake lattes or things like that. I'm like, this is just sprinkles. Have I missed something?
People are rediscovering sprinkles, Sean.
Yeah, I said, is this new? This is crazy.
Don't yuck their yum.
Yeah, I'm not. But I think you're getting charged. You gotta be.
Yeah.
You could get a sprinkle anything for cheap, I'm sure.
Yeah, sprinkles are like cents. They're just sugar.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah. All right, Sean, let's move on to the second one here, posted by Affectionate Yard, and it's on Am I Overreacting? Title for this one is, Am I Overreacting for breaking up with my boyfriend because his sister is pregnant?
Seems like that has nothing to do with you, but I'm sure there's gotta be a reason. I'm gonna go no.
Okay.
Surely this isn't the reason.
I like that you're talking to yourself. You're like, there's no way this could be it.
Yeah,
but I'll still go not the asshole. All right. So I, 27 female, recently broke up with my boyfriend, Mark, 29 male, after nearly 3 years together. And now everyone thinks I'm a terrible person. For some context, Mark is extremely close to his family, especially his younger sister, Emily, 24 female. I've always thought it was sweet. They talk often, help each other out, and they seem to have a healthy sibling relationship. A few months ago, Emily found out she was pregnant. Now, the father isn't involved and made it clear he doesn't want anything to do with the baby, and naturally, she was devastated. Mark immediately stepped up to help her, which I initially supported. He went with her to appointments, helped her financially, and spent a lot of time making sure she was okay emotionally. The problem was that, over time, it felt like our relationship completely disappeared. Date nights were canceled because Emily needed something. Weekends we'd planned together suddenly became family time. And Mark even started talking about moving closer to her after the baby was born so that he could help raise his niece or nephew. Whenever I brought up feeling neglected, he'd tell me I'm being selfish because his sister was going through one of the hardest periods of her life. The final straw happened when he told me that after the baby arrived, he expected to help with the childcare several days a week, and that our future plans would have to be adjusted around his sister's needs for the foreseeable future. I asked him where I fit into all of this, and his response was, family comes first. I told him I understood wanting to help his sister, but it felt like he was building an entire life around her situation while expecting me to just accept it. After several conversations that went nowhere, I ended up ending the relationship. Now his family is furious. They claim I dumped him because his sister got pregnant and needed support. Even some mutual friends think I overreacted and should have been more understanding. From my perspective, I didn't leave because Emily was pregnant. I left because I felt like there was no room left in Mark's life for our relationship. So am I overreacting for breaking up with my boyfriend because his sister was pregnant?
I stand by my decision, I think. I totally get his side. That's your little sister. There is no baby daddy. You want to help out where you can. This is probably the first niece or nephew. So everyone's excited. Everyone wants to take part and help. And I understand that. I get that. But, when your partner is like, making statements like, all right, well, where am I in this? Things like that. And then if that's just like, essentially, she doesn't want to be kind of a mom, sounds like. If your boyfriend, part-time mom. If your boyfriend's going to be like part-time dad and, taking care of the kid multiple times a week, if y'all were still dating, you would probably be there. And it's just like a responsibility you weren't expecting to have. And, it's not like you just broke up without talking about it. You brought it up multiple times and then he called you selfish for it.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like that is very constructive or, or what's the compromising. So it's
Yeah.
kind of just like it's his way or the highway, and you chose the highway, and they can't be mad at you for that.
It's like, hey, you gave me an ultimatum and I chose the ultimatum.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
chose the other option.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think, well, he's making a lot of decisions without consulting her, seemingly.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, no, I'm taking on childcare for several days a week. Like, I'm planning on moving closer to her. It's like, okay, but it doesn't sound like you've consulted me at all. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
you can do that by yourself. And
Have
I
we
think
thought
that's
about
fine.
pursuing child support from the bum ass dad? Have
I
we?
mean, that too.
Let's work on that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because, yeah, he should obviously be
There's no
paying.
way he should just be getting out scot free. There's
No.
laws for this.
But yeah, I'm with you. I think not overreacting. And listen, I do think at the end of the day, he is trying to do a good thing and caring about his
No,
family.
yeah.
And that's a good thing. I'm not bashing that at all. But it's when he starts, making these decisions without you and, not listening to you bringing up concerns. I think that's when it's like, okay, I don't see us working in the foreseeable
Yeah, we're
future
just
then.
no longer compatible.
Yeah, and that's okay. You can
Yeah.
go your separate ways, but for the family to then get mad at you is like, okay, he now has more time to take care of the baby. Why are you mad at me?
Yeah.
Reddit deemed not overreacting. Still Brick 9239 said, actually, if you look at it from a different perspective, you're doing the most generous thing of all. Your BF can now invest more of his free time towards his family, not
Exactly.
overreacting. And then Dat One Cat Lady Unko says, family comes first. He means his sister comes first. He made that choice, so you made a choice to break up. It's that simple, and was smart of you to cut your losses and move on when he showed you his priorities and didn't include you in them, which is true. Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't seem to care, where you were at or where you were thinking things were going. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I think I totally understand the moral decision he's making, sister needs help.
for
He's
sure.
going to help. Also, I love all my nieces and nephews. I was super pumped whenever that started happening. So I imagine, I can, see that feeling. But yeah, if you're in a relationship, you gotta compromise. You gotta discuss. You can't just make unilateral decisions and then expect everything to be okay.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be Jim buying a house for Pam without telling her.
That was wild.
All right, Sean, let's move into this one. This one is a bit of a longer one. It's got an original post and then 3 full updates. So this could be the most of the rest of the episode.
3 updates.
So this one is posted by Cramping My Style, and it was posted on August 20th, 2025. The title for this one is, Am I the asshole for letting my pregnant daughter move in with me, even though my girlfriend doesn't want her to?
Ooh.
So we got kind of a similar situation.
Yeah, kind of a similar vibe here. Yeah, I mean, I understand the dad wanting to. That's your daughter and future grandchild. If they're about to be homeless, I wouldn't let that happen, probably. But yeah,
Probably. I like the caveat.
yeah, probably more than likely.
Yeah. All right. So I, 40 male, have an 18-year-old daughter, Maddie, with my ex-wife. We divorced when Maddie was 7, and I've had her 3 weekends a month since. Her mom eventually moved to the suburbs an hour outside of the city for better schools and to be closer to family. Because my work is in the city, Maddie eventually got tired of all the driving and asked to change the schedule. Despite the distance, we talk on the phone most of the days, and I've always been involved in her life. She's a great student who graduated with a 4.0 plus GPA, has lots of friends, and has a boyfriend I thought was very nice. She isn't sure what she wants to do with a career yet, so she decided to defer her college scholarship for a year to work and take classes at a community college. I also have a girlfriend, Vera, or Vera? Vera?
Vera.
Vera. Okay, we'll go with that. She's 37. We've been together for about 2 years, and she gets along great with Maddie. Vera moved into my house a few months ago, and things have been wonderful. Her previous roommate had gotten married, and Vera couldn't afford the rent alone. Since we'd been together for nearly 2 years and I was considering proposing at that point, it felt like the right move after she couldn't find another apartment. My house is paid off, so I handled the property taxes, insurance, and most utilities, while Vera pays the electricity and water bill. I haven't dated much before her since I work and focused on Maddie, so it's been nice having someone around. Vera doesn't want kids of her own, and I don't want any more, so we felt aligned.
Nice.
Recently, we found out Maddie is pregnant, and her mom has kicked her out.
Oh.
Her boyfriend has another year left of nursing school and lives in a college apartment with roommates, so he can't house her. Maddie found out about the pregnancy late and is due this January.
Whoa.
After talking it over, she and her boyfriend decided to keep the baby. Maddie was very meek when she told me and asked if she could stay with me. I told her of course she could. I didn't hide I was disappointed, but she will always be my baby, and I'm going to support her within reason. Wish the mom had that thought process. Yeah. Jesus. I set clear boundaries with her that I'm happy to babysit while she's at work or in class, but I will not be babysitting so she can go out partying or hanging out with friends, and she must keep working and going to school. I gently warned her that even the nicest guys sometimes bail, and if her boyfriend leaves, she will need to file for child support. I also told her I'd give her grace immediately before and after the birth, but once she recovers, she is expected to handle regular household chores on top of baby duty. I told Maddie and her boyfriend to sleep on it, and they came back to me with incredibly thoughtful responses, a realistic budget, and clear financial goals, which really impressed me. So the plan is to turn the tiny bedroom next to Maddie's, which currently just houses a treadmill and is never in use, and turn it into a nursery. I kept Vera in the loop through the entire process. We discussed all of this in depth before I even talked to the kids, and I made it very clear to Vera that Maddie, the boyfriend, and the baby could end up living with us for a few years. At the time, Vera was supportive. However, once it became the official plan, her attitude completely changed. She got upset and told me that if she wanted to raise a baby, she'd have one of her own. She claimed that she didn't sign up for this, demanded I rescind the offer, and said Maddie is 18 and needs to figure it out on her own.
The fuck?
Vera gave me an ultimatum to kick my daughter out because she's an adult, threatening to move out if I didn't. There's the ultimatum. It's like, all right, I take the other one. I told her I wouldn't do that because Maddie is my daughter and she needs help. When Vera threatened to leave, I simply told her I understood her choice, which made her even angrier. Vera hasn't moved out yet, but she's now either avoiding both of us or being incredibly snippy. I don't know what she expects me to do, but her behavior is making the entire house anxious. So am I the asshole?
No. Well, I was ready to be like, maybe kind of 50-50, kind of like the last one where you didn't really like check in, but this kind of quite the opposite.
Kept her
made
informed
sure
the whole way.
the entire way through, like confirmed the decision before he even talked to his daughter.
Yeah.
So there is a world where if, the girlfriend was like, yeah, that's a no for me, dog. And then he just would have never, you can't rescind this type of offer.
No.
I think to your kid. I mean, especially to your kid. Like even to a friend, this would be a hard offer to rescind.
Yeah, but more understandable at that point.
But more understandable. But your actual daughter and future grandchild, it's kind of like, like I really wish you had made been clear on your decision.
Yeah,
because the offer has been made. It's there. We're doing it. We're in motion.
Yeah, because I imagine the other, like if like plan B or something like that would have been like, all right, will you help find her a house to rent out or something like that, or an apartment?
Yeah, but there was no plan. It was just no, she needs to figure it out.
Yeah.
I said, okay, well, no, that's not. It sounds like you're about to need to figure it out.
Yeah.
But your old ass. You're 37. So if anyone's going to figure it out, it's your old ass.
Exactly. You're double her age.
You're grown. You're an adult. If this housing situation is not working for you, let's find you another place.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kick my daughter out after we already confirmed that it's okay for her to be here.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And Reddit agreed and said not the asshole. Kaylee Dang, 87, said 18 is barely an adult, and actual adults who think 18 is a proper age to be on your own are a problem. Good job still being willing to parent your child when she needs you, not the asshole.
Yeah, and honestly, even if the daughter wasn't pregnant and had just been like disowned by her mom and was homeless, still enough for the homelessness is the reason why the kid needs to be here.
Well, and also it's like, yeah, that's also going to be my grandkid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure. But I'm saying like if I was OP and it was just like, I don't know, kid smoked weed, mom got mad or some shit, disowned them, kicked them out. I'd be like, I mean, well, what am I gonna do? Let them, hit the streets? I don't think so. They're gonna move in.
I mean, unfortunately, Sean, this happens all the time.
That's crazy.
Unfortunately, yeah. But thankfully, this is a good dad who's looking out for the child. Mom sucks. I don't know how she had custody all this time and just decided to do that, but that's crazy.
I get being, like, disappointed. I mean, OP's disappointed, but, like,
Yeah.
you're kicking out your barely legal kid and future grandchild.
Tough.
Enjoy the nursing home, I guess.
You're not going to see that grandchild.
Yeah.
All right. So there is an update. I believe this was only like a week after, or not. It wasn't long after the original post.
Uh-huh.
I asked Vera to talk and she opened up. She actually offered a partial apology. She explained that she was just stressed because she had expected Maddie to either keep the same custody schedule or maybe visit a bit more, but not move in full time, and certainly not with a baby. What the fuck did you think was happening?
It sounds like you're kept in the loop this whole time, so I am confused how you are confused in the slightest.
Did she not know the custody's over because she's 18, and also
true.
the mom kicked her out, so it's like none of that can happen.
Yeah.
She admitted she didn't think I would actually follow through on letting Maddie live here with a newborn. She said she could work with a compromise where Maddie and her boyfriend, Doug, got their own place once he started working full time, provided they promised never to ask her for help. I guess she felt as long as there was a clear deadline in sight, she could handle the situation. I told her I understood her perspective, but her recent behavior has been out of line, and I can't see this working out between us. She was upset, seemed shocked, and pretty mad. I told her she was welcome to stay in our finished walkout basement, which has a kitchenette, for a month while she found a new place. I offered to repay for her bills that she had covered, which were about $790 or even rounded up to $1,000. She wasn't happy with any of this and started panicking, so I called Maddie and asked if she could stay with Doug for the night to give us some room. I offered to leave to give Vera some space instead, but she told me to fuck off.
Water rights. Be careful.
I was working from home the next day, so I was around but stayed completely out of her way while she moved her things downstairs. She had work that night, and the next morning she let me know that she was moving in with a friend. I offered to help her move, but she refused again and left her key on the counter. I immediately changed the security code, but told her if she had left anything behind, just let me know and I'd give her access to retrieve it. So I thought the drama was over. I was obviously sad about the breakup, but I felt better about the overall situation. However, things took a turn. We can't prove anything, but Maddie's carnivorous plants started rapidly dying over the last few days, and she noticed that a bunch of her concentrated fertilizer was missing. We all know never to touch or water them. In fact, I had even installed rain barrels for her because those plants cannot handle tap water. Maddie is devastated, and while she hasn't said it directly, we both suspect Vera did something to them. I asked Maddie if she wanted me to do anything about it, but she said no. To make matters worse, Vera sent Maddie a nasty text message saying she was the reason I am now alone and that she hopes she's happy. I then told Maddie to immediately block her. That's a crazy thing to text your ex's daughter.
You caused this yourself.
Yeah.
You could have said no from the get-go. The being like, oh, I just didn't think you'd follow through. What? What do you mean? If I wasn't going to follow through, I wouldn't even bring this plan up to you.
Yeah, exactly. It's obviously not a great situation, and I'm definitely going to stay single for a while. On the bright side, there is some good news. A close female friend of mine, whom Maddie has known forever, and who has raised kids of her own, took Maddie out to lunch. Up until then, my biggest concern was that Maddie thought she could just power through and take a full course load in the spring with a newborn. She wouldn't listen to me and kept insisting she would make it work. Thankfully, my friend managed to convince her to take that semester off, and that one semester wasn't going to ruin her life, which is a huge relief. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine doing a full schedule with a baby. That seems crazy. Additionally, I spoke with Doug's parents. Like me, they aren't thrilled about the circumstances, but they're going to be supportive and ultimately excited for a grandbaby. They live over an hour away, so I told them they are welcome to use our spare room whenever they come to visit. As for Doug, he currently works part-time while in school. I told him he should keep working this semester, but next semester his number one job needs to be finishing his degree no matter what. I am completely willing to support them both financially and help with the baby more than I normally would next semester, because I know that's the best way to ensure my grandbaby has a good life, is making sure their dad has a degree and a stable career. Doug seems to understand and was incredibly thankful, so maybe he's not so much of a ding-dong as I thought he was.
Fair.
And that's the first update.
I might have similar thoughts of the ding dong who knocked up my daughter as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, fair. Yeah. But
I mean, it does take two to tango. You got to be
Yeah.
a little hard on your daughter as well.
Your daughter's also a bit of a ding dong, but
True.
you're looking out for both of them. I think you get a pass to call them both ding dongs.
Yeah. You're helping them out quite a bit.
Yeah. And I think it is smart to be like, hey, I'll cover you financially if you get for you to get yourself set up over the next couple of years, like with
Yeah.
a stable job, a good career, and then for your daughter to also go to college and get that figured out. It's like, I'll support you through the hard first years, and then like once you guys are ready, you can go out on your own. I think that's an amazing parent to do that for your kids.
Yeah, because really, like what he said, the ultimate goal, to ensure a better life for your grandkid is to make sure your kid and her partner are making the
Ready. Yeah.
correct steps.
And then there is an update, January 14th, 2026. So 4 or 5 months after the original post. For some happy news, Maddie gave birth to a little boy last month, and we are completely in love with him. She and Doug ended up getting married a few months ago, and when Doug first asked me for his blessings, I told him there's no need to rush, but he pointed out that having a baby is a much bigger commitment than getting married, and I couldn't argue with that. Fair. That's fair. They are wonderful parents and honestly haven't asked me for much help at all, which is impressive since she's not currently working or in school and he's entirely focusing on his classes. It's very weird seeing your baby love someone as much as you love them. Maddie has been on bed rest for some health issues and went into labor almost a month early, but she is completely fine now, and my grandson got out of the NICU 3 weeks ago. He decided to come at a pretty inopportune time, which was right before Doug's weeks of exam and his 21st birthday. But I gotta hand it to Doug, he really powered through, although at one point I had to remind him that a man cannot live on Celsius alone. He's powering through on the energy drinks.
Message for you as well, Josh.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm not that bad. Luckily, because of her health issues and bed rest, Maddie was able to finish her semester a few weeks early and still managed her straight A's.
Nice.
She gave birth at the hospital affiliated with Doug's school, and even though his instructors all came to see the baby, they didn't give him a break on his testing. Maddie encouraged him to get at least a few drinks with his friends for his birthday, which fell on the last day of exams and was supposed to be his last hurrah, but he's a bit of a homebody and chose to spend it with her and the baby instead. The three of them ended up moving into the basement because Maddie was anxious and worried I would get annoyed at the baby crying. I told her that wouldn't happen, but I agreed that them having their own space was probably best. Mm-hmm. My grandson is only a few weeks old, but I still stand by my decision to support them. They have been amazing parents so far and told me they really want to try hard not to lean on me for baby help, since I'm already helping them so much financially. That being said, I sometimes have to remind them that the price of living here is baby snuggles, and I definitely kidnap my grandson for a bit here and there. Obviously, I'm not stupid. Eliminating external stressors like rent and money worries is helping them a lot, and I know they appreciate it. Maddie wants to go back to work in a few weeks, just a few hours a week in the evenings, so we'll see how that goes. That seems early. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That seems pretty early after. Sounds like a pretty traumatic birth. Doug says it's easy enough to study or play RuneScape while holding the baby and is fine with it, but I don't want her overdoing it.
RuneScape. The shelf life on that game is incredible.
Yeah, what's that? It's 20 years old, maybe?
I mean, I was playing that when I was probably in like the 5th grade. That was like, what, 2002?
Oh,
3?
Older than 20 years.
Yeah.
Might be closing in on 30.
I think so.
They know that Doug graduating is the most important thing. He already has a job lined up for when he graduates, so we just need to get him over that finish line. Doug's parents are really involved as well. They live a few hours away, so I told them that they were welcome to stay in Maddie's old room. They're both immigrants with green cards, which makes the paperwork and overall situation a bit stressful for them, but I've gotten closer with each of them and feel Maddie got incredibly lucky with her in-laws. If only they'd stop bringing so much food when they visit. I've already had to punch a new hole in my belt. My ex-wife is not handling this well at all. She's never liked Doug, but more importantly, she never wanted Maddie to grow up. We had gotten pregnant ourselves young, though we were married at the time, and she did kind of come around recently in the sense that she's insisting on buying all the baby furniture.
Okay.
However, she still hasn't talked to Maddie, and she regularly calls me, Doug, and Doug's parents to tell us that we ruined her life.
Interesting.
Okay. Fuck you.
You're the one not talking to her at all.
You're the one who kicked her out.
Yeah.
In contrast to that, she also created a college savings fund for the baby and has done some other random acts of generosity. She's always been complicated, and there are reasons she's my ex-wife. A friend of mine threw Maddie a little baby shower, and I know Maddie was upset that her mom didn't show up. Despite everything, Maddie won't go no contact with her. She loves her mom and knows my ex loves her. Maddie just hopes they can reconcile one day. However, my ex has not met her grandson because Maddie refuses to let her until they actually sit down and talk, which I completely agree and support this decision.
Yeah, hell yeah. What you mean?
A funny final update. A few months ago of trying to hook up with various people in my friend group, Vera decided to date a guy we both knew from a mutual hobby. I don't know him that well, but he always seemed like a decent guy. I don't talk to Vera, but I do follow him on Instagram, and they just posted that they are expecting a baby later this year.
What the fuck?
It's honestly hilarious because just a few months ago, she, and honestly a lot of the internet commenters, were scolding me day and night because she insisted she was child-free. In her mind, claiming to be child-free was like a federally protected class, and everyone had to accommodate her until she changed her mind, I guess. But that's their life. He's a few years older than me, and the thought of being a first-time parent at our age sounds crazy to me, but who am I to judge? Sounds like you're judging a little, but...
A little bit, but I mean,
fair.
rightfully so. I think fair. Because you're pretty happy with Vera until the whole blow-up over what she's doing currently. So.
Exactly, yeah. There is a final update here. I'll give you a summary because it goes over a lot of the same stuff. But basically, Doug graduated and just has to pass his job, and then he'll have a new position at the hospital. And Maddie's in college still. So that was the summary of basically like their lives are doing pretty good. You know, he's got a new job. OP has transitioned to part-time work. It sounds like getting ready for retirement kind of thing.
Nice.
And then on the family front, a few months ago, my ex finally broke down and apologized to Maddie. I know it meant a lot to her, but she understandably kept her mom at arm's length for a while. They finally had an introduction with the baby on Mother's Day, which was incredibly emotional for everyone. I wouldn't say their relationship is fully fixed just yet, but it's definitely on track. Also, because so many internet commenters asked for an update on his gaming, I asked Doug about it. I didn't really understand his explanation, but it seems like his RuneScape character is doing very well. So I know you were worried about that, Sean.
Yeah, I was interested. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. And then with the Vera stuff, she's still pregnant and they haven't broken up. But OP is dating someone else anyway now. He just hasn't introduced them to the family yet.
Yeah, it sounds like happy ending for everybody. Low key. Vera does confuse me to no end. But, you know, kudos. She's pregnant and seems happy.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, maybe the new partner and this experience changed her mind on the idea of kids. And, you know, people are allowed to change their mind.
They are. Yeah.
So, yeah, seems like everyone at the end of the day is on the up and up. So, yeah, kind of a happy ending all around.
I'm glad the mom finally got off her soapbox, and it sounds like she is saying like they ruined Maddie's lives by accepting this. I think that's what she was getting at. And it's like, okay, well you're trying to ruin her life.
Yeah.
Like if OP hadn't taken her in and like supported her through all of this, like along with Doug and his parents, yeah, she would have a hard time finding a place to live, I think.
Yeah,
and would be
she
stressed
had that
out.
baby on the streets. How would you feel then? Would you be like, "Wow, we did it, guys.
We
made her life
solved the
better.
problem."
We made her life so much better by doing that, y'all."
Yeah, just a crazy thought process to me.
Yeah,
but
same.
I'm glad she finally came around. You know, it sounds like Maddie really wants that relationship, and at least she's apologized and is working on amends. Yeah, all in all, good ending in my opinion, I think.
I think so as well.
All right, Sean. I think we got time. I kind of blew through that one, which is good because I've got quite a few other ones here.
Let's do it.
So this one is posted by Throwaway, and the title is, "Am I the asshole for telling a little girl that I'm not her dad?"
No.
What if he's her dad?
If you are the dad, then yes. But I gotta imagine you're not.
That'd be a devil move, maybe.
This is Michael, Scott, and Aaron. Why do you care what I think? I'm not your dad. Like, all right, Michael, she's from the foster system. Let's cool it.
True. I mean, Michael wasn't a great guy.
But after that moment when he realized he was kind of like a dad and was a good dad.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. He had redeeming qualities.
For sure. A little racist in the beginning. And
A lot racist. I watched season 1 and I go, this aired on TV.
Whoa. When they go to Benihana and they come back with completely different waitresses.
Yeah.
I don't know if if that was a comedic choice and that the characters are so dumb that they didn't notice.
There was a decent amount of Asian racism.
Yeah. I can't drive. Asian?
Or what was it? It was like the episode 2 where they were all wearing different races on their head.
Yes, that was the one. I think somebody had Asian, and then somebody was like, stereotypically, they're not known to be good drivers. And then Dwight goes, "Oh, am I a woman?" Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Doesn't Kelly slap somebody in the face?
Yeah, Michael, because he does the cookie bit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the worst episodes. All right. So I, 31 male, used to date Jane, 32 female, years ago. At one point, the question of what we wanted of life came up. She wanted a family and I didn't. So we broke up on good terms and stayed friends. Sometime later, Jane got pregnant after one night stand with a guy at a party. She tried to track him down but couldn't, so she was left on her own to raise the baby. Now, Jane and I had been friends for a long time, even before we were a couple, so I didn't feel right about leaving her alone while she was going through all of this. So I supported her during the pregnancy and after the baby was born. I'm sort of like an honorary uncle, always helping out with food, money, and so on. Yesterday, since Jane was busy with work, I went to pick up the girl, whom I won't name for privacy reasons, from a friend's house. While I was talking to the friend's mom, I could hear the girls talking, and I heard the following. "Who's that man?" And then the daughter says, "He's my daddy." Just like you're our daddy, Sean.
No. No.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Daddy?
Like that?
He's still here, even while on vacation.
I miss him so much.
I feel him in this Chili's tonight.
After that, when the girl and I were in the car, I gently explained to her that I wasn't her dad, but more like an uncle. She kept her head down the whole way home, and that night, Jane called me and scolded me for being cruel to the girl. Apparently, she cried all night because of what I said. What was I supposed to do? Lie to her and say I was her father? Jane said it would have been better if I had ignored it or even played along, but that seems crazy to me. So am I the asshole?
I think maybe not, but also maybe that's like you kind of ignore it and then you tell Jane, like, I think the child may be getting confused. We need how do we tactfully...
You know what I think? I think Jane is the one telling her maybe.
True.
That's the vibe I got. Maybe. I could be reading into it, but just when she goes, it would have been better if I had ignored it or even played along. Played along is crazy.
Played along is crazy.
That's crazy to ask someone to do.
Maybe, yeah. Ignoring it, I think, is a fair response. To play along and further confuse the child, I think, is dangerous.
Yeah. Well, it's not dangerous, but it's just like, it's putting you in a position that you clearly don't want to be put in.
Well,
like
the kid is just going to be more confused. That's what I mean. Nobody's going to be in danger.
Yeah, I understand.
But I mean, like, further confusing the kid.
Right. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah. And I agree with that. Like, I think, well, actually, I don't think you did anything necessarily wrong. I think you, like, pretty upfront about it. You were polite. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like you did it in front of everyone.
True. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, wait, what is the relation again?
He just dated her mom and is friends with her.
Okay. Then, yeah, I guess you got to lay down the law. Maybe, again, because it's not your kid, maybe that's something you bring up to the mom later on.
Maybe.
You're like, yeah, she thinks I'm the dad. We got to clear that up. Cause
yeah, where I got the weird feeling was when Jane said play along. That was where it was like, okay, are you feeding this to her? Are you the one telling her
playing
this?
along?
Yeah, because I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm letting her know, like, what relation I am to her. And I would like it if you did the same and reiterated that. Reddit agreed and said not the asshole. Wolf Chase Man also quoted Jane said it would be better if I ignored it or even played along. And then they say, I wonder who's been telling the child that you were their father, not the asshole. And then Send in the Ardwolves said, no assholes here, but you really need to think about what you want going forward. So you and Jane broke up because you didn't want kids and she did, fair enough. Now that she has a kid and you're playing a major father role in the kid's life, one you, Jane, and the kid seem very happy with. And one day the kid says she wants you to be her dad and you freak out because why? I don't think he freaked out, to be fair. And I think he just...
Yeah, he just said kindly in the car, like...
He's like, I'm more of an uncle figure.
Yeah.
Honestly, sit with that question. Is it because you want to keep some distance or control? You don't want to make a commitment to the kid and want to be free to leave at any point. You were happy doing father-type things, but you want that to be something Jane is grateful for because you aren't the dad and therefore you are going above and beyond, rather than something that is just expected of you. You want to keep your options open in case something better comes along. I can understand not wanting kids. I'm in that position myself, but I can't imagine freely choosing a parental role as you have done if this is the case. You don't have to be honest with us, but I think you really need to look inward and be honest with yourself and what you want with life in 5, 10, 20 years. Because if Jane and her kid are nowhere in that, you should probably rethink what you're doing right now. Which I think was a harsh read on the situation, but, you know, I think some of that's fair. I think it's like, okay, if you don't want kids, should you even be involved in this then? I think you're doing a good thing, to be honest. Like,
yeah, it sounds like he's just asking OP what
they
OP's
want.
intentions are, maybe.
Yeah, which is maybe fair. And
like,
I think OP
all right,
could
if
look
you're
at
doing
that.
this to get brownie points with your ex because you want to get back with your ex, but then you don't want kids, so maybe you shouldn't get back with your ex. Just think through it all first.
But it sounds like they were friends before this, so it's like,
Yeah.
I could
It's
see...
just helping out a friend.
Yeah, I could see if one of my friends... I don't have any exes that are friends, but if I did, it's like, yeah, I could maybe see that scenario where I helped them out. But it's like, I'd also feel differently. Like, if I was a father figure, I'd want to be the father figure. So I'd be okay with that, title being bestowed upon me. So I don't know. I think it's an honest, I think Jane and him need to sit down and have a conversation about what they're looking for here again. And OP needs to, before that, sit down and think about what he wants. And then...
Yeah, what he's looking for.
Yeah, because... I don't know. But yeah, I think no assholes is maybe fair if you ignore the play along sentence. But other than that, I think, Jane's looking out for her child, maybe. And maybe she's also confused with what he wants.
True. She's like, why is he doing all this? I thought he didn't want kids, but I don't want to rock the boat because I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. All right, Sean, let's move into this next one here. By Sufficient Wall 3453, and the title is, Am I overreacting for telling my husband to take a hike after he abandoned us for 8 years?
No. He needs to take a fucking hike.
He needs to do more than that.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why is he trying to get back into life?
All right, so here's the deal. I'm 43, he's 45, and we were married for 12 years with 3 kids. 8 years ago, out of the blue, he left. But wait, it gets so much worse. There's no big fight, no dramatic exit. He just packed a bag and half-baked excuses about needing to find himself.
This is a very office-coded episode.
When Michael tried to get on the train?
No, I was going to say when Andy just left.
Oh, yeah, true. That too.
When he was the boss.
When he was filming Hangover.
Oh, is that what was happening?
At first, he picked up the phone now and then, but soon enough, that stopped too. No child support, no birthday calls, nothing. Just silence. No. Those early years were tough. I juggled 2 jobs, raised our kids solo. There were nights when I went to bed hungry so they could eat. I even sold family heirlooms just to make ends meet. Our oldest had to ditch extracurriculars because I couldn't afford them. And the kids, they struggled. For years, they couldn't understand why their dad chose to be absent. I couldn't provide them with any answers. Eventually, though, we found our stride. I landed a better job, the kids grew up, and we adjusted to life without him. It wasn't a walk in the park, but we made it. Then, out of nowhere, a few months ago, he just shows up at my door. Turns out, things haven't been going great for him. He claims he regrets leaving, insists he was immature and selfish, and has supposedly spent years coming to terms with that mistake. He was in tears begging for forgiveness, saying he wants his family back, wants to be the husband and father he never was. Oh my God.
way.
I'm committing murder.
I mean,
Shit.
I guess legally y'all are still I was like, is there a rule where if they're just gone like that is it should be.
That should
If
be.
you live together for a certain amount of years, you're just like homestead married.
Yeah.
So you should just be homestead divorced.
Divorced. What is that? Uncommon law? Is that?
Yeah, something like that. Somebody make that a thing, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, just no calls, no sending money. I starved myself to keep these kids like fed and alive. Like the
To
fucking
come back with
audacity.
no money or no nothing or like not divorce papers or like you're wild.
We're starting with tens of thousands of dollars that you were putting into the kids'
Yeah.
college funds to start things off before we have a conversation, even.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to drain those accounts real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
All those meals that I skipped, I'm gonna need those right now.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, it's just like the fucking audacity. 8 years you were gone from these kids' lives.
With no trace.
They don't fucking know who you are.
No birthday calls, no money sent, no happy holidays, nothing.
Well, it's insane to me because it's like we were married for 12 years. He's been gone and like
Almost as long as
well, yeah, like it's been 20 years at this point. You've been gone for almost half of the time you've been married together. And like the 3 kids can't have been that old when you left. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
God, just the fucking audacity. I told him absolutely not. I made it clear that he can't just vanish during the toughest times and expect to waltz back in when it's convenient for him. The kids are nearly grown. Those years of worry, sacrifice, and struggle were all ours without him. Some family members think I'm being heartless. Fuck you.
What are you
This family
talking
member.
about?
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God.
What are we doing? What are we
Ugh.
talking about? In what world is this too hard?
What are we doing? What are we talking about?
That's the rule.
That's the goal.
That's the Jeremy Colhane, my close personal friend.
Oh, really?
No, I wish.
I wish.
It's just I watched him on Dropout for years, and then
yeah.
whenever he got cast, that's where all the Dropout commenters were like, "Oh, Jeremy Colhane, my close personal friend."
I thought you knew him and we could get him on the podcast, and I was
That
really
would be
excited.
so sick.
So some family members think I'm being heartless, that I should give him another shot because people can change. Others are on my side saying I'm right to stand my ground. He keeps calling, insisting that everyone deserves a second chance and that I'm punishing him forever for one mistake. I don't harbor any hatred towards him, but I also don't feel like I owe him a second chance after carrying this family on my own for almost a decade. So am I overreacting for saying no to letting him back into our lives? Fuck no.
Hell no.
Like,
Hell no.
the thing that pisses me off is that he's like, it's one mistake. No, it's the mistake you made every single fucking day for 8 years, not to reach out, not to go back home, not to make payments. It's like there were thousands of mistakes that you made
it's
over those 8
years worth of mistakes. Also, the years of trauma of the kids growing up with a single parent. And not because the other parent died, because the other parent just vanished for one reason or another.
Yeah. Which in some ways is, I don't want to say more traumatic because it's not like a competition, but it is a different kind of trauma of like, oh, my dad left. Why? Is it my fault? You know what I mean? Like at least, not at least, but like when they die, it's like there's a conclusion. There's like, you can ask questions of like, why did this happen to me? But it's not like they chose to leave you at that point. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a different it's a different trauma that I think is equally traumatic. Like crazy to do that to your own children. I mean,
to have no excuse and just be like, oopsies.
Gotta find myself.
It's not good enough. In what world is that okay?
Years?
Yeah. Also, you're fucking 37, dude. You're 10 years late on that shit, brother. You should have found yourself a while ago.
But it's also like, yeah, people grow and you can find yourself throughout that, like the times being with your family. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oh, God.
It's not like you stop growing as a person the moment you're a father and just stay as a father.
True.
I don't know. It's just,
I gotta find myself. Suck my ass. Keep looking.
so Reddit agreed. I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Just fuck that guy. Lark said he kept choosing to commit to making a mistake every morning for 8 years. Does he even have money or a roof over his head that he can provide for himself? Never let him back into your home, but relatives can clear out a space in their home if they want to give him a second chance, which is fair.
I'd be like, first thing, I'm like, oh, sick, you're back. Let's get this divorce started.
Yeah.
Let me serve
some
some papers to you.
I got them 8 years ago.
Yeah. I've been waiting to give these to you.
And just a cloud of dust hits him in the face. Sloth Girl says, block that loser. You don't owe him anything. He didn't care about you or your kids for years, and now that he wants your help, he shows up to beg for forgiveness. A man who doesn't pay child support or care if his kids are going hungry is not a man worth having. People who say you should forgive him are idiots. Yeah. I agree. I think they're more than idiots, but...
I mean, even if it's like you're not sending child support, which is so bumming, but like the very least you could do is to call your kids on their birthday.
Yeah.
To just go ghost, I think, is unforgivable. I can't believe anybody is on your side. Or is on his side and being like, "Wow, you're being a little harsh."
He made one mistake.
No, wrong.
All right, you can forgive him. That's fine.
I didn't eat for many nights.
Yeah. Also, his children constantly asking me where dad was.
And I have to say, I don't know, finding himself, I guess. And then they'll say, isn't his old ass 38? And I'd be like, yeah, man.
Yeah, well, he's actually 46 now.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right. Let's move into this last one here, Sean, before we hit the Patreon. We're going a little long. Hope that's okay.
They want the stories. They want the stories.
So this one was posted by Adventurous Story on Charlotte Dobre YouTube subreddit. So this one is titled, Am I the asshole for refusing to feed my roommate's kids?
This feels like a trap, so I'm going to say no. They're not your kids. Okay. Should you feed them? Probably. Probably. Sounds like they're not getting fed and you have the means. You probably should. But I mean, I get it.
What would John say here?
John would say, fuck
no.
Yeah, fuck.
These kids aren't mine.
Yeah, exactly right.
All right. So they say I'm a huge fan of this channel and have a weird situation. So not us, but Charlotte Dobre, which fair enough. She's great. Recently, my husband, our 2-year-old daughter, and I lost our apartment because things simply got too expensive. It was $1,700 a month for a 2-bed, 2-bath. Fortunately, our friends offered to let us move in with them. We have actually lived with them a couple of years prior, so we actually knew each other pretty well. To help us save up for a house, they generously agreed that we wouldn't have to pay rent or any expenses unless they fell short on their bills, which we were completely fine with. My friend, 32 female, has a well-paying job and works 5 to 6 days a week. Her husband, 45 male, on the other hand, is unemployed and does absolutely nothing. He stays locked in his bedroom all day, either playing video games or scrolling on his phone. When we first moved in, I tried to help keep the house clean and even suggested creating a chore list, especially since they have 3 kids, ages 13, 10, and 3. And I want you to do the math there, Sean. They have a 13-year-old. She's 32. He's 45.
32, so 19?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. And he would have been 32, I think, at the time.
Jesus Christ, where are the parents?
Where are the parents indeed? So I tried to put up a chore list, especially since they have 3 kids, ages 13, 10,
Wait,
and 3.
And he's the bum?
He's the bum, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But not surprising.
However, the husband got angry, told me it wasn't my house, and warned me to stay in my place. So I stopped cleaning. Predictably, the house now looks like a garbage disposal has thrown up in it daily. My friend has told her husband repeatedly that he needs to find a job, but he already has one excuse after another for why he can't work. Meanwhile, my husband has a very good job, and I stay home full-time with our 2-year-old daughter. This brings me to the main conflict. Recently, every single time their 3-year-old sees me, he runs up and tells me he's hungry. We live on a strict budget and strictly buy enough food to cover my husband, our daughter, and myself. My friend's husband, however, thinks that because the food is under his roof, he is entitled to whatever we buy. We have repeatedly told them that we don't mind sharing the food with the kids, provided they just ask us first. The husband's response to this was, "It's my house, and I don't have to ask regardless of who bought it." Because of this attitude, my own 2-year-old is now running out of food to eat because they consume everything without saying a word, and I don't even know we're completely out of items until I go to prepare a meal. So am I the asshole for refusing to feed my roommate's kids just so my own daughter has something to eat?
Hell no. I think this is when you kind of just like you talk to your friend and be like, I mean, first you probably have to find somewhere to move out to and find a place that you could afford and save at the same time. I don't know. I wouldn't want to live there with his bum ass. I don't know how you could be that old and do nothing and have all the excuses in the world. You're not taking care of your kids. You're expecting what? How was the house clean prior to this? And how are those kids eating prior to this? Makes me wonder. Maybe it wasn't clean at all. You know, it's just I don't understand. Do you not get bored? Like, when we read stories of these bummy partners that aren't doing anything, it's just like, you don't wanna do chores, you don't wanna feed the kids, you don't wanna find a job, it's just like I mean, when you play games, is there a limit?
Yeah.
Is there a time where it's enough? I don't know, it's just I don't know how it seems like your friend is killing it at life besides this person that's holding them back nasty. So I would me personally, if I was OP, I'd find somewhere else to live, even though what a bummer, this place is free.
Yeah, true.
And, kinda just be like, list all the grievances, being like, "Dude, you're fucking sick. You're making six fig you got a well-paid job, you're doing great, you're young. This guy fucking stinks, dude. He doesn't do anything around the house, and I feel like he doesn't like the kids because 'cause I'm the one cooking for their bitch asses. So it's kinda just li yeah, I don't know. I would air all the grievances after I move out,
Okay.
and then by the grace of God, maybe she divorces him, and then she's like, "Come on back in," and then that's the dream.
That's maybe true.
Because it's like, how you gonna be like, "It's your roof." You're not paying for anything, sir.
Do you own it? Because I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's your wife that owns it.
Yeah.
So a bit of a twist here, Sean. Reddit deemed everyone sucks minus the friend.
In what world?
Even the children. No, I don't care. No, I don't think they meant that.
I mean, honestly, the 13 to 10-year-old, maybe they do suck. I don't know. They're not cleaning the house.
Well, that could be bad parenting though on
That's true.
their father's
I mean, they're
side.
learning from their shitty dad.
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
like.
yeah. So to give you some context of why people are saying that, Beginning Potato said, everyone sucks except your friend letting you stay for free when she is paying all the bills. Your friend is doing you beyond a solid. Her husband is an asshole. She should not have to come home from work to a dirty house. Heck, I would be doing the laundry for her and her kids, not her waste of space husband, and making the house sparkle. Heck, I would even try to have supper ready when she gets home. You stay at the home she pays the bills for, she comes home to a mess and has to make supper. No, this is beyond horrible. You need to do something nice for her and apologize for the dirty house. She is well aware her husband sucks, but so do you for taking her for granted for help. Seriously, who gets a free housing and doesn't lift a finger to help? Feed her kiddos and ask about combining meals and food budgets. Release her from her already stressful life. Do the grocery shopping and cooking. Maybe then she would be able to kick out her useless husband and see a way forward. So people are saying, like, don't listen to him at all. Just ignore his shitty behavior and then just, clean the house for the kids and for your friend that is helping you out in this time of need.
I do fear he's making it out scot-free at that point, though.
Well, I mean, you could just be like, hey, I'll make dinner for you and the kids. I'm not making dinner for him. I'm not doing his laundry. I'm not picking up after him. You can maybe make stipulations like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, yeah, that'd be great. I just feel like when you're cooking that meal, he's going to be getting his plate before your friend even gets there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel bad for the friend. That's where I think a lot of these people are coming from, where it's like, yeah, your friend works 6 days a week, has a shitty husband, comes home to a mess, her kids aren't fed. You know what I mean? Like, I agree. I don't think that's necessarily OP's fault, but I think if I were in that position, I'd be like falling over myself to help out my friend who is generously, picking me up in my lowest point. So
That's true.
I think that's where most people are coming, where it's like, yeah, the husband is mostly the asshole.
I think a small part of me will be like, I'll do all that shit as soon as you divorce this bitch ass. I'll fucking have this place sparkling clean.
Maybe.
Like you won't believe.
That's fair too.
But maybe that's just on me because it's like, all right, this guy's going to sneak his clothes while I'm doing loads of laundry into the laundry. He's going to fucking take a plate of food before you get to it. I mean, This is crazy. He's a real piece of shit.
He is, yeah.
And it's like, I don't even know what leverage he has.
Probably that he groomed her.
Terrible. Evil.
I know. And then Repulsive Job said, "You're the asshole. Your friend is supporting 3 adults and 2 children. You agreed to help when short on bills, and groceries are bills, and their child is hungry. You know he's going to ask, buy some crackers or something and that could be prepared. I can't imagine not sharing food with the family that has took me in. You're quick to criticize her husband for not working, but if you are so short on funds that despite having no bills, you also can't afford to buy food, you need to find a job as well."
That's true.
Not a bad point. Again, I think the ultimate asshole is that guy. But
yeah, I think he just made me so mad. I'm not even seeing
which
the
is fair.
wrongdoing elsewhere.
And I think people are talking as if OP isn't willing to help. It sounds like they were and then got told off by the husband and now they're not. But I think the only person this is punishing is the friend who's doing all the fucking work. So I think that's where Reddit is coming from. And it's like, yeah, I mean, they are holding, like, I say they, she is housing you and paying all your bills right now. The least you can do is help out her kids and, spend a little extra money maybe on food to help cover that for her kids. I think that's a fair ask, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's it, Wikimaniacs. What did you think? Let us know by giving us a like, subscribe, wherever you listen. We're trying to hit 50,000 on YouTube, so if you want to go subscribe there, we'd appreciate that.
I think we're almost at 48. We're almost at 48.
Or 49.
Are we at 49?
I don't know, maybe.
Whoa.
I think so. Or we're getting there anyway. But yeah, if you really like us, you can sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network or our YouTube membership program. For $5, you get ad-free episodes, day-early episodes, as well as bonus stories. We did 2 today, in fact. So if you want an extra long episode, go to patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network. Link is in the description below. Sean, is there anything else you want to shout out before we close out the episode?
Just a quick RedditWikiShop.com, RedditWikiShop.com. You know the deal, guys.
Did we get the new merch up?
Per usual, I asked the artist. I don't know if they have both gotten back to me.
Okay. We have the Gaycation merch up to fund the Trevor Project. And then shout out to Taryn, who in our Discord chat asked if we could do merch for Trans Lifeline, which is a charity that supports trans people.
Hell yeah.
We love that as well. So what we decided to do was Midscore and Hazel Razel sent an alternate version of the Gaycation merch, and profits for that will be going to Trans Lifeline. And then profits for the half the profits for the original Gaycation merch will be going to the Trevor Project. So both will be going to a great cause for supporting Pride this month. We just wanted to open it up to new charities and thought this new merch would be a great way to go about it. So RedditOnWikishop.com, get some merch, feel good about doing it.
Hell yeah.
Sean, thank you very much for giving your takes today. We will see you on Monday. Bye.
Later.
Get therapy.